something and want to tell people, you know, there's new shirts or something. Though I've just started the YouTube video midway through a sentence, so that's going to be trippy for people. What's also weird is that YouTube seems to have a faster camera, because if I go like that, it fucking catches up with me a lot quicker, which is weird. It's quite disorientating actually to see two faces of me and they're both moving at very different times, even though I know I'm probably moving at a different time to the camera I'm looking at in either way. Sorry, I'll stop. Make you feel seasick, or make me feel seasick. But yeah, I stream to multiple places. I've tried to stream to Twitter, but I don't have much of a following on Twitter. I think it's because I just post loads of dead stuff, and then some of my paranoid ramblings and, well, my paranoid thoughts I'll put on there as well. And because I'm trying to advertise my Patreon, which you can join for £3.50 a month, right? And if you join it, you get access to over 100 exclusive little mini podcasts, and you also get access to the video versions of my podcasts, and you get access to all of my ebooks included in the price, and a discount code for merch on my website, which is gotta be fucking well worth signing up for. So you can get yourself a Mothman with his cock out t-shirt a little bit cheaper. Save yourself, you know, a fucking 5%, 10%, or 20%, depending on which tier you go for. Oh, thanks, Katie. Katie, I'm planning on re-releasing the podcasts because now that I've got a much bigger following than when I started, and people won't go back and listen to the old ones for some reason. But I want to do them all in a better audio quality. So now I've set up you know, like a little area to record in a better quality. I figure I might as well go and re-record the old ones, and it'll probably change them a bit. I might put the original recordings on Patreon, and then re-record the new ones, and fucking because the ad libs will be different, and because I do write them, most of it, and then I get off on tangents, but they'll change depending on what I've been reading about or stressing out over recently. So you know, it might change the episodes a bit, but I won't have to re-record them all. But some of them, the ones that I recorded in the fucking dining room, they'll need redoing, definitely. But other than that, and then I'm going to start re-releasing them, but it'll only be one episode a week rather than 2 episodes a week. So considering that there's about 130 episodes already, that covers us for nearly 2.5 years worth of episodes then. And I think a week is better to release them over, because then people will be like, fucking, it's not too much, and they're not getting sick of it and that, you know. Plus, then by the time the new episodes come around, there'll be something good for, you know, a good reason to join Patreon then, because it's loads in advance, you know. Plus, now I've started getting sponsorships for them and all, and I'm thinking, well, I could re-release all the old episodes and put adverts in them and then get paid for something I've already done, which is nice, you know. That's always a fucking nice, innit? You know, you don't have to work twice as hard. Work smarter, not harder, as like secondary school teachers would say. I'm alright, Jamie. What's all on there? Meow mins, you know what I mean? The black dahlia. Nah, I don't even know what that means, man. Like the plant. Alright, right. Just making some bits. Look at these, I've made a couple new ornaments. There's one ornament, it's going to go to market. Look at that. It's got a little sig in his mouth made out of mouse tail. Head made of a duckling, beak, bottom half of two chicken beaks, baby chicken beaks. I've made a load more birds in the beaks as well. So loads more of them with real bird beaks on them. I've been making more free meals as well, Jimmy Headless ducklings. Couple more duck rearranges. So these won't be listed on the website until the markets are over, if they don't sell. This is one of my favourite birds in the beaks. I may even keep it for myself because I quite like the penguin. got a cormorant one as well. There's a cormorant one. And then the big fella, which says 6 nippers, so I'm going to call him the paedophile, and then be like he's keeping score or something. So he's got, let me just show it, I'll show it YouTube first. Rat ears, rat skin, duckling skin, 2 fake teeth. The inside, yeah man, I dissolve all of the insides. I do that, I tend to do that though in my bedroom. I've got this lovely, it's not navy, it's not dark blue though either, but it's definitely not light blue. Like this is dark blue, it's not dark blue. It's about maybe 1.2 meters tall, and just, you know, just come home from work and just wing them across the room into there, you know. Where's my fucking reeler thread? Reel off thread. What was that? An F and a C and an N and another N and another N. I think I'll have one more N. Where the fuck did I just put my sewing needle? Is this it? Yeah. Whoever's watching on YouTube, thank you for helping me get my watch hours up. Also, for those of you watching on TikTok, I've started to release the Here's How episodes as video episodes. So I'm editing them and that, and it's me reading them for now. Maybe if the podcast starts to make like money through Patreon, like good money, maybe I'll get them animated or something, who knows. But, and then see if that, but I don't know though, it kind of seems pointless, doesn't it? A waste of money. I'm a lot quieter on YouTube. Ah, that's annoying. Don't know what I can do. Maybe the microphone's touching the table. 1 second. Let's have a little rearrange. There you go. Is that any better? You do have really long fingers. I think it's just because the phone's better. The phone's better than the tablet. Oh, nice one, Katie. I've just got your message, mate. Although you won't see this, now you're going to come in. In a second, I predict in a second, someone called Katie's going to come on and tell me they've just sent me a message about a conspiracy from 1947 called the Black Dahlia. Let's see if it happens. Hey. Unless she's watching this already and she's like, nah, fuck this guy, he's taking the piss out of me. No. Well, I was wrong, wasn't I? Fucking made me look like a liar now, Katie. That's it. I'll never forgive you. Unless you go to my website right now and buy all of my ebooks. Or join my Patreon for £3.50 a month. Or £3 a month. It's either £3 and $3.50 a month, or £3.50 and $3 or $3 a month. I'm not sure which. For some reason, the currency converter on there just seems to go the opposite way. So I think it's £3.50 or $3, which is weird. No other website does that. So maybe it's something I've done. Maybe I caused that. Yes. I am, mate. I am. Under the table. There'll be some under the table stuff. That was on Monday. If you missed if you don't know what we're on about, I have another account on a thing where if you say the name of it in a live stream, they can end your live stream. But let's imagine it's for, you know, them things that you put on the ceiling with your light to cool you down and blow wind around the room. Imagine a website that's just for those, and there's some little under the desk live streams on there every now and then. But and then there's some comments were filtered to protect the community's experience. Oh. What did someone say? Someone say, did you see something? I'll get to see it. Oh, it's not going to show me what it was. It's not going to show me what the message was that got stopped, but oh yeah, maybe. But yeah, that's it rhymes with what Rise just said there. And it's discounted as well for the whole month. So no matter what day you join on in October, you pay half price. So, you know, if you've been thinking, oh, you know, I'm tempted, but I don't know, you know, give it a little look. Nah, Robbie, I'll buy them, love. I'll buy them, mate. You can buy dead ones, innit? It'd be mad to found a business on animals I'm getting given. No, don't spread lies, right? It's the town centre, or I buy them. I like nothing more than hanging around the bins at outside Mackey's at like 2 in the morning, after everyone's left the clubs and that, and they've all thrown up around them. And I sit there with my butterfly net. Well, I say butterfly net, I say that to make myself sound posh. It's, you know, one of them little nets you have for the fish pond when you can only keep goldfish like this alive in there because you don't have a pump or a filter attached to the pond. It's a little net like that. And then when the mice and rats show their heads, I turn the net around and I hold it by the net end and then club them to death after hitting them repeatedly with the bamboo cane. And then I turn them into pencil cases. So I've always got bags under my eyes because I'm up till all hours of the morning whipping rats. It's every night with me, Abby. Every night's a Saturday night. It would be though, wouldn't it? That would be a hell of a Saturday night, that. It would be well good, mate. You fucking imagine that, mate, right? Let's imagine, you know, we've just met, right? We're going on a little date, and we're there and we're a bit pissed, and I go, oh, you know, it's just, and I've said, you know, do you want to come back to mine? And you're like, yeah, go ahead, you know, and I'm like, oh, fucking buzzing, mate, I'm in here, I'll have to make this quick. And you're like, make what quick? And I just go round to the side of McDonald's, you know, by the green box where the BT man messes with the wires and listens to people making dirty phone calls and sits in his high-vis jacket with his little fence around him. Just behind there where I've got my bamboo cane and a net. And I'm like, it won't take long, trust me, it won't take long. And then I just sort of stumble around the Wackabackies whipping rats with a cane. And I'm like, I'll be with you in a minute, don't you go anywhere. We fucking... Now that would be fucking marriage material, wouldn't it? Not me, fucking hell. But if the woman that stays and is like, this is fantastic, look at him. 3 o'clock in the Sunday morning and he's still thinking about work and putting food on the table. What a man. Yeah, man. Well, people say romance is dead, innit? But if we do start doing that, then maybe romance is death, which would be a pretty good t-shirt. Just a picture of a pile of dead rats in a love art, maybe. Oh, bollocks to that. You know how long that'd take? It just takes long enough. Thanks for following me. Thanks for following. You just sound, there's no way of not sounding like a gimp, innit? When you say stuff like that. But it seems to be like courtesy on here. Oh, thanks for following. Me as well too. Fucking. Every day you just end up hating yourself a little bit more. That's all adulthood is, isn't it? Just fucking coming to terms with how much you hate yourself and how much you're always gonna hate yourself. I know what you're thinking. You're looking at me going, but he's got it all. He gets to sit around and, you know, mess with dead animals all day. He's living the life of Riley. Wish I could do that. The rats, sometimes when I do rats' asses, I put the tail in a love heart. You alright, Ebony? How much do I sell what for? The pencil cases are 75 each. The slippers, no, but I do sell some slippers sometimes. I have a different website called greyjoggerboy.com, and I recently sold a pair of my sweaty slippers on there. Entrepreneur, mate. Author, illustrator, taxidermist, radio host, podcaster, fucking, what else? Got a bit of a clothing brand as well. This, Cracked Out Mouse. Trying to develop that, but I'm not very good at it. It's hard to promote clothes when you haven't got an idea about fashion at all. So I just make things I'd want to wear and then wear them. I hope other people would want them. Yeah, pretty much what Rye says. It's just sweaty gruds basically, and now they're all 100% cotton. The gruds are. They're still boxers, but you know, it's fucking. I can't say too much in it because I could lose the stream and not. I don't want to get kicked off the stream. I did. I like to get different coloured rats that are naturally that colour, but I don't want to dye them. I think it takes away from the fact that it's a fucking dead rat, innit? I like that they're dead rats. Yeah, I do, and I like that you can tell it's a rat. I think when you start dyeing them, it's getting a bit too cutesy. It's not my sort of thing. I've tried dyeing one rat a few years ago, and tried a few rats. I tried once with a few rats, and I did hair dye, food dye, something else as well, like an ink, and none of it really took very well. And then I lost interest in it. So I was like, why the fuck would anybody want a fucking red rat anyway? You know, you want your rat. You want to. If you're buying it and it doesn't look like what it is, then why would you buy it? Do you know what I mean? Like these people that would buy like a novelty couch in the shape of an old telephone or something. Why? Why would you want that? Just have a couch that looks like a couch, innit? It's just I'm not keen on it. Why does it need to be hidden? And what are you really hiding anyway? You know it's a rat, but then other people might think it's fake. I don't know. Just don't like the idea of it. Not a knock on your thought, your idea, right? But I'm alright, Abigail. There's already been one artist in Plymouth that's had a dead body left to them. And I wouldn't want people thinking I was copying him. Although, I do think it would probably make more sense for one of my lot to give me the dead body. Realistically, for what the guy is known for. I don't think he was really known for dead stuff. Return addresses, imagine. Just them nutters that want to have the fucking like arms lopped off and that. People that are like, I don't like my arm, get rid of my arm. So they get rid of it and then they send it to me. And they're like, when you done, if you wouldn't mind, could you send it back to us? There's a little coat hanger on the wall. It is, Phil, is that Phil Magooch? I can't see because my hand's in the way. Yeah, Phil Magooch. Good name. Strong name. Your mum did well when she chose that name for you. Seems a shame to be a Magooch and not call all of your kids Phil. I'd love that though, you know. I think I would really like that. I would like to have, say you've got like 3 kids and you just call them all Dave. Be fucking well good. And think about it, like the fucking how much money you'd save as well in the long run, because you could use a birthday card up until they're like 6 and just keep reusing that for them. And they'll be like, oh, because they won't remember the year before. Your birthday's years ago, innit, when you're a kid. And even as they're getting older, you just make it a joke, being like, who you got his card from the other year. Be fucking well good, mate. Plus, you're never gonna be, you know, oh, Dave this, Dave that, because it could be any of them. It's just a world, and I think it'd be a nice fucking, you know, I don't know, I just like the idea of it. Like, yeah, right. This is Dave, and Dave. It'd be fucking well good. Alright, Abigail, see you in a bit, mate. The 3 Daves. And I've just got a fucking collection of Daves. You know, I don't mind him, he's a bit of a fucking David, him. Because you wouldn't want a David, I wouldn't want a David, I wouldn't be happy. If I had a kid, either a son or a daughter, say you've got a daughter, right, and you call them Jessica, right, I'd be fucking mortified if they were telling people, call me Jessica. Same with people that are called Jonathan and that. If they're not saying, you know, call me Johnny, or, you know, call me John to people, fuck them, they're knobheads. And I'd be disappointed in them. I'd be disappointed. And I do wonder if that's what some of the homophobia stuff is, you know, like in older generations where they're like, oh, you know, my son's, you know, I don't like my son because he's, you know, whatever, or my daughter because they're, you know, they're into whatever. But really deep down, it's just because they've become, you know, they're using the full name. You're like, no, you're not supposed to use that. You only put that on your CV and your driver's license. So I suppose you've got to give them a weird, embarrassing name, haven't you? Be like, this is fucking Zebrathina, and you know, call her by such. But you get what I mean? Yeah, Wilfred though. Wilfred, you could shorten it down to Wilf. But just names like fucking Jonathan, Richard, Matthew, things like that. You're like, nah, you shouldn't be fucking telling people your name's Matthew. You're like, your name's Matt, my name's John. You know, it's fucking be normal. No one's gonna like it if you use your full name. Because they'll always think, oh, what a fucking gimp. Jambi. It's different, isn't it? An unusual name. Yeah, that guy gets it who's just joined. Someone's just joined called Matt. He'll get what I'm on about. Matt, who just joined. Do you think people think you're a knobhead when you say my name's Matthew? Whereas if you just say, you know, my name's Matt, they'll be like, oh, right, Matt. But you'd immediately put off a person, innit, when they use like the fucking full three or four syllable first name. Oh, I wouldn't want to be heartbroken. You know, they bring one of their friends back from school and they're like 6 for tea. And they just fucking, and you overhear him, you're having to listen in being like, oh, what did he take the piss out of, you know, what did he joke about? And it's like, oh, you're a fucking, you know, you're a fucking, you know, slur of the time, because they're 6, and, you know, that's what you do when you're 6, you call each other racial and homophobic slurs. But then they're also like, oh, Michael, Jonathan, could you, and you're like, what the fuck? Why are you calling him that? You kick in the door, like, what's going on in here? Acting like the fucking, acting like you 6-year-olds are bumming each other, and you're like, you're proper homophobic. There's a question. Would it be considered homophobic if you caught your 6-year-old and another 6-year-old bumming each other, and they're you know, you're not happy about it? Sorry, fucking maybe a little bit too much of my own self there coming through. The name saga. You know, that's not a saga. Mate, if you are enjoying this, who said that? I missed the name. Katie, if you do enjoy that, then you probably will like the Patreons. This isn't me. I'm not doing it to advertise the Patreons, but if you want 5 to 10 minutes, you know, things like that where I just fucking basically just talk to myself and listen to what the little, not the voice in my head, but listen to what I've been thinking about, if that makes sense, and have a dialogue with the noise in my brain, then you might enjoy them. Unless you're already on there. I think I do have a Katie on there. What's your surname, Katie? And I don't think Katie's an issue, innit? Like, you got Kate from Katie, but I feel like they're very different names and very different sorts of people. If there's a fucking, like a Katie and a Kate, they're different people. In the same way though, I guess, that a John and a Jonathan is. But not as much as a Jessica and a Jess or a Jessie is, if that makes sense. Or like a fucking, like Rachel. Like, why are you using the chul at the end? Just have Rach. Fucking, you don't need the rest. Bob. Why? Because it's short for Robert. See, I'd be fucking well happy though if I had a little boy called Robert, and then everyone's calling him Bob or Bobby. Same with Willie and me. Fucking, I can't wait till we've got King Billy on the throne, because it's fucking well good. I used to get called Billy because it was short for William, because I played a banjo at work. Fucking. Yeah, man. every time I try and plug the Patreon somewhere, the video goes dead. No one ever finds me talking about that, or the clips about it. I talk about it in the podcasts a bit, because I'm trying to get people's money for listening to the shows. Yeah, there is some good ones though, right? Thanks, man. There's some as well where I don't listen back to them as such, but I've looked at the titles from when my head's gone wobbly. So there's been, I think during them, there's been, I'd say 3 times where my head's gone, but in them times I've bashed out episodes, or just fucking written a load of episodes and recorded them and that, and then hid them on my computer, or fucking filed them away to be actually released in them. And the titles are just odd. Things like Cars, What Are They Really? Serial Killers, Worthy though. Fucking hell. The C Word as well. That was because I got obsessed, and I can feel it as I'm getting older. I can feel these things coming on, these time periods, if you like. But it's fucking some of the stuff that I do is mint. The fucking the C Word one was good. Like, that was building for ages, and I could tell as I was editing the shows that it was building towards it. I was like, oh, this is gonna, because I just kept, everything was just about the sea and the moon, everything. And that's just not just in the shows as well. The fucking just in day-to-day life and normal conversation and that, just fucking driving me missus mental, talking about these things constantly. Oh yeah, they are good ones, right? I think they're good, but they are funny. Some of them are proper sweat over, if that makes sense. Like, a proper work on them as well, because I'll have an idea for what's funny with it and how to make the episode, like the whole episode, basically just funny. That's what I go for with some of them. Others, I'm like, people need to know this, and usually around the time where I'm like, people need to know this, that means I'm fucking, whatever's going on in my head is going on again, and I start to fucking work towards a fucking weird one. That's why truth seeking was good though, and I've gotten out of a lot of that with doing truth seeking, because I finally had someone to speak to about these things, who doesn't just immediately go, whoa, I don't know what to say, mate, or that's fucked, I'm not talking about this with you. You just get to get it off your chest, and normally once you get things like that off your chest, it tends to go away. You're red. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. I'll screenshot that and send it to Jimmy. It won't, there we go. Right, the YouTube's not working, so I'm going to